If you do have a question, you can put it in the chat. Otherwise, we should have time at the end of the presentation, so we can talk then. Handout for the presentation is out on the PC Club website in the past meetings files. And then I believe Jim will also put it in the chat in a few minutes just to give people time to log in there. Okay, the agenda is our typical agenda. We'll talk about some club stuff before the main topic. There is a MaxSig meeting coming up this Friday, the 19th at 11:30, and you can see lots of some new operating system information and some new announcements by Apple. So if you do have any of the Apple devices, a phone, a tablet, or are just interested in it, certainly join the MaxSig and participate there. Our next question and answer will be December 7th, Tuesday, December 7th. And then our next meeting will be December 15th, and we'll be talking about future technologies and trends. We'll talk about Windows 11, Chromebooks, phones, tablets, how things are going there. Our officers, Jim is our president, Linda is our vice president, Paul is our membership secretary, Paula is our treasurer, Chuck is our recording secretary, Mike is our MaxSig director, Andrew is our communication coordinator, I'm a director at large, and we do have some volunteers, and when we start getting back together, we'll be asking for additional volunteers to help with some of the food meetings and some of the other things. But we can't do it without all the people pitching in there. Membership, old or new, you pay your dues to Paul Ebert. He'll send out a reminder before your membership expires. Everybody has a different month when their membership expires, so we don't just do it January through December. So you will get a notification. And notify us if you are changing your email. So if you're retiring from 3M and you were using your 3M email, or you had a Comcast email and now you're moving to CenturyLink, make sure and notify us, because that's the way we keep in touch with everybody. If you have suggestions for topics, email your ideas or talk to any of the board members. We're always looking for volunteers to present on hardware or software that you may use at home, or if you don't want to present, we are looking for a long or a short article can be added to our monthly eBytes newsletter. Our website, we put our past meeting handouts and slides. So those are out there, and we usually try and record all the meetings, and the recordings are of the audio and the screen images. So if you miss one or just want to revisit, you can go out and look at that. We also have a deals section out there. We have our monthly newsletter. This is the link, and we send the link in all the emails too. Since we're getting to the end of the year, I'll be sending out the club survey again this year. So maybe after Thanksgiving, I'll send it out, and I'd ask if you could take some time and fill it out by December 22nd. We use it to make decisions for the club, and also to kind of figure out the topics that we'll concentrate on, and the direction that the club is going there. And your opinion really matters, and I really appreciate. In the past, we get about half of the people responding to the survey, which is just great, because it is a longer survey, and it's interesting to see the trends. I'll come out with a recap of the survey and some of the trends over the years, because we've been doing this survey for, I don't know what year we're on, probably year 17 or something like that. Normally this meeting is our pizza meeting, and it's always nice to see everybody and enjoy a little meal there before we get into the hectic holidays. But unfortunately, due to COVID and that, we can't get together. So sending a virtual pizza to everybody, if you can. You probably won't be able to fill yourself there, but we're hopefully next year, maybe we'll be back together there. Okay, our main topic today is on PC equipment buying. In the past, we called it holiday gift giving or that, but it really is. This year I've expanded a little bit to talk about a few more subjects in there. This year, 2021 presents some unique challenges with shortages in some products and especially computer chips. So it makes some of the buying and your options a little bit different than past years. It's always tricky to know when to shop, and I'll be giving you some tips and some things like that. Most retailers have already kicked off their holiday sales. So in the past, used to be wait for Black Friday, and between Black Friday and Christmas time, that was usually the best deals. But some of the deals have already started and some of the stuff is already gone. Consumers, meaning us, we have to decide whether to buy early to make sure that we get the items or to hold off in the hopes that there might be a better deal down the road. And that's a decision we all have to make there, and we'll talk about some things to help you do that. There's many deals masquerading as fantastic bargains are not as good. Many deals masquerading as fantastic bargains are not as good as they look, and it's easy to be fooled. So a number of pop-ups or ads may say, "Oh, here's a great deal on this this or that," and it's up to you to figure out if it really is a good deal or what's the potential of finding something at a different store or at a lower price a week from now, 2 weeks from now. Okay, this is general information. The top 5 shopping sites on the internet are number 1, Amazon, number 2, Target, number 3, Newegg, number 4, Best Buy, and number 5, Walmart. So if you're looking for things, especially electronics and things like that, these are the main places to check and to see what they're selling and what the bargains are. This is from last year's survey, and we ask a question on the survey: where do you buy your computer equipment, computers and supplies? And this kind of coincides with the top 5 we see up here: Amazon, Best Buy, Target, and Walmart. In addition, we have Costco and Office Max and the Apple Store. So this gives you a little idea of where the club as a whole is looking to buy their things. Gifts for the holidays. I mentioned out on our club website, we do have some information on some deals. These have discount codes. There also are some tips and some tips on rebates and that. So you can take a look out there for some of the codes, and there's codes for like the Apple Store and some of the other sites that we do have a code for. The disclaimer that I'll put out is several manufacturers have agreed to give discounts, and these discounts may be general 3M employee discounts, or they may be dedicated to the PC club. The deal that they're giving, how much of a deal it really is, it can vary. In some cases, yes, it might be a good deal, and in other cases, it isn't the best deal. So you should always do comparison shopping before you decide to buy. And so these discounts or codes may, at the time, may not be the best thing, but maybe a week or 2 weeks from now, that may be the best option there. So check around before you buy. Okay, let's talk about some tips, especially this year. Start early because maybe you've already started, and Paula was mentioning a little earlier, if you heard her, that she's already gone out and bought some things. And deals are kicking off early because hot products may sell out, or they'll fail to arrive at your doorstep on time. So if you see something and it's the right price, buy it. Be flexible with model numbers and that, because certain models may be out of stock or they may have limited. So you have to be a little aware of that as you shop. I mentioned here, skip the in-store sales and shop online. So, some people do like to go into the store and buy, but it's certainly a lot easier to shop online. And the retailers are usually offering their biggest discounts and bargains online, and that includes like Target. You're better to go to the Target online and shop. You'll usually find lower prices than you will going into the store. Retailers offer more promotions online than they do in the store. Most online stores offer free delivery. So if you're buying an item that's usually above $30 or so, even if you don't have an Amazon Prime, you get free shipping. So you don't have to have these club memberships or things like that to get free shipping. The other option that most of the stores have is ship to store. So if you don't want something shipped to your house, you're afraid that somebody may steal it from your front porch. A porch pirate may come by and steal it. Or, gee, maybe we'll get snow and it might damage the item if it was outside. Shipping to a store is a very nice option. Myself, I live in Highland Park in St. Paul. We have a little mini Target, but I'll buy my stuff online. I just bought a new iPad for my dad and had it shipped to the store there, and went down there and picked it up, and that was picking it up the next day. So that was very easy, very fast, very safe, very secure. It's a nice deal there. Or curbside pickup, you can drive in and they'll deliver it out. Bigger items or more complex it is, you may want to see it in person before you buy. So that's a case where I'd still buy it online, but I may go around to the store to check out, let's say it's a laptop I'm looking at. I may want to check out the keyboard, the screen, how it looks, how heavy it is, some things like that in person, check it out, but then I may go online then to actually make the purchase itself. And that can be true of TV, monitors, laptops, keyboards, smartphones, things like that. There's a ton of websites out there and apps to check how good the deals really are. You can use Google Shopping to search for things. You can use Price Grabber. You can use Shopzilla. When you're in a store, there's also options. You can use smartphone apps such as BuyVia, Shopkick, ShopSavvy, Shopular that lets you scan the barcode or QR code and compare prices. Some of them will also let you get discounts and store coupons. If you're looking for Black Friday deals, a number of websites out there, blackfriday.com, New Deals, theblackfriday.com, Deals Plus. So there's lots of places that you can check there. You can also usually sign up at a number of these sites to get deal alerts, which when stuff goes on sale or that, you get an email or a text message telling you that this item is now on sale or they have something special there. This is, I next mentioned browser extension or going out to the site Camel. And also there is another one, Honey, that can show you price history and price alerts or give you coupons for online shopping. And we'll take a quick look at Camel. Let me click here and hopefully it'll open up here. So this is the Camel site, and I can go up here and I can search for a product. So this is very good for Amazon products. And I was looking to buy, just in this last month, Amazon Echo Show, 5-inch Amazon Echo Show. And so if I search for it, I get some results, and the results that I see here are there's a second generation, which is a newer version of the Echo Show, and this will give me the price history for that. This is the first version that came out in 2019. There's some of these out here, so I was actually looking to buy the first version, and so I can go out here and I can say, show me the Amazon price for this item. And what this will do here is this graphically is showing me the price history for this item on Amazon, and this is for the last 6 months here. You can see it's varied from the list price of $80 to the lowest price of $34.99. And actually, I bought 3 or 4 of them at the $34.99 here just recently. And you can see the price history. So the current is $34.99, the highest $79, lowest $34, average $56. But you can see how out on an Amazon, depending on the day or the week that you're looking to buy, you might have paid anywhere from $75, $80 to as low as $42. And knowing that price history can help you decide, well, should I wait another week? Should I wait a month? If it was currently $70 or $80, I'm not going to pay $70 or $80 when the possibility is there of it dropping back down to $30 or $40. So you can look at the history. So this is the history of the version 1, which is the older one. If I wanted to take a look and see the newer version, which really doesn't have any fantastic new features or anything, but if I look at the price history for that, you'll see this hasn't been out that long, so it doesn't even have 6 months of history, but it's pretty much stayed at $84.99. It has gone on sale. Looks like for a couple of weeks there, it's been as low as $54.99. So again, if this is something that you're interested, use a tool like Camel to do your research to see if you're really getting a buy, or are you paying at the top value here, or are you paying at the bottom there. So let's go back. Also, you can use loyalty programs. Store loyalty programs grant members early access to coupon sales and promotions, sometimes extra free shipping, and then they let you earn rewards on when you buy. So I buy stuff from Target. I have the Target app, and I get some additional discounts and promotions there. I also buy from Walmart. I get some additional stuff from them. So if you're buying from some of these places, it's usually good to check out their loyalty programs. Another tip, you can get social. You can use social media like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter feeds of your favorite retailers are a great way to learn about exclusive deals and promotions. Usually they'll promote an upcoming sale or a special buy or something like that. So it's good to watch that. I mentioned here, create a budget and stick to it. Do your best to resist impulse buying. So you know that should go without saying, but it's easy to get caught up in a special sale or a half-price sale of something and buy it when you really don't need it. So you have to decide for yourself what you need and what you can afford. Also be aware and check all store policies in advance. So it's always good to know the store's price match or return policies. So if you're buying, let's say, from an Amazon has a pretty liberal return policy, and Target has a pretty good return policy. So you don't want to buy necessarily from some place that if you're not sure if you're going to like it or have a problem with it, how hard is it going to be for you to return it? And if you return it, is there going to be a stocking fee what's going to take place there. So yeah, check it. Target has already announced that shoppers buying anything between October 10th and December 24th will be able to request a price adjustment if the price drops later in the season. So this is that case of, let's say you bought that iPad from Target and it goes on sale for Black Friday. Well, you could get money back there. Target also says it'll continue its policy of matching select competitors' pricing within 14 days of a customer's purchase. So again, price matching, and that is can save you quite a bit of money there. One of the things you can do as you're shopping some of these sites is add items to your shopping cart. If they have the price that you like, that way it's usually easier to find them again, or add them to your favorites list. But putting them in your shopping cart, sometimes what that'll do is that'll trigger the next day or a couple of days down the road. You might get an email that says, oh, we've noticed that you haven't checked out. How about if we give you an extra $20 off or something like that? So you might get an extra discount just by having stuff in your shopping cart that you haven't checked out or paid for yet. You can, when you're doing research on an item, you can always search for reviews. So you can do a Google search. Let's say you're looking for tablets. You can do search for best tablet review. You can use the links to learn about products, the good, the bad, and the options there. And we've talked about this before. Whenever you do like a Google search, Google will put the word ad, A-D, in front of those sponsor links that show up at the top of the screen. I do not look at those reviews, and I don't believe anything there because somebody paid money to have that show up at the top of the list. Go down to the ones that are not paid for. And as you're looking for items and reviews there are a lot of fake reviews that have proliferated everywhere. If buying refurbished electronics, make sure they contain a new battery. So if you're buying, let's say, like a laptop, be aware that if it's 3 years old or something like that, the batteries typically only last maybe 4 years at the most, or 5 years. You're going to be you're buying an inferior item there unless they've replaced the battery. If they have an operating system, make sure it's not too old, or that it can be upgraded if you plan on upgrading. I mentioned here, don't buy old Chromebooks. Chromebooks typically have an end of life of 4 or 5 years. So if you buy something that is 3 years old, you may only have a year or two left on it. And that's why they're selling it so cheap. You want to buy brand new Chromebooks. You don't want to buy outdated old Chromebooks. If buying secondhand, let's say a desktop or a monitor or something like that, there's lots of places like Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist are good for buying things locally and being able to look at it before you purchase it. eBay is a great place to check prices because you can do a search for sold prices to see what things are currently selling for. So that's always a good way to check there. I mentioned here, set a time limit to make your shopping decision before you start. You don't want to be spending, let's say, a week on an item. Let's say you're buying a pair of wireless earbuds for $40 and you're going to spend a week researching it. That's a waste of time. If it's a great big item that you don't know that much about, you can spend a little more time, but limit yourself to how much time you're going to spend searching the internet, talking to friends. If you go into stores, don't spend all your time. It's analysis paralysis, where you're not making a decision. You have to jump in at some point and decide to buy there. Understand the shipping and return policies before you buy. Is there a return window? How do you return it? Like in Amazon's case, if you're near a Kohl's store or some of their other return options, you can take it there. What documents do you need? Is there a restocking fee? So understand that before you buy if you think that there might be a chance that you'd be returning the item. Okay, what are the things that you should buy this season? The 10 things that are going to be the most popular this year, and this is very similar to last year. Televisions always are improving and getting bigger and cheaper in that. So cheap 4K and 8K TVs or 70-inch, those are ripe for picking. The largest ones, 85-inch, you're going to be paying premiums for the larger TVs. Lower priced laptops are usually a good buy there, especially if you're looking to get Windows 11. Also, don't forget about Chromebooks. So one of the most popular Chromebooks, I believe that sells for $289, and that's if all you need are email and browser type things, that can be a very good option for you, the Chromebooks. Tablets, Amazon Fire tablets are popular. iPads, you'll see deals for iPads out there, which are very good. iPads usually don't go on sale, so you may be paying the list price, but Target and some of the others will give you gift cards, maybe a $50 gift card or that in lieu of dropping the price of the iPad. Smart speakers have gone from niche gadgets to must-have gadgets, so you get better sound quality, whether it's when you're at your computer or listening to music or listening to your TV. Headphones and earphones. You have wireless and wired, so a wide variety and a wide range of prices, anywhere from $10 to $1,000. So something for everybody there. Fitness trackers. We may have put on a few pounds working from home or not as much activity. So fitness trackers can be a nice option to keep you on track there. Smartphones, because smartphones have a life of maybe 3 to 4 years, replacing them with a new and better model, a faster, more memory, 5G, all kinds of reasons to update and stuff like that. Look around at the big box stores and they'll be offering deals and gift cards there. DNA test kit. If you haven't done a DNA test kit in the family, those can be fun and interesting there. Usually you can get those for about $59 or half price this time of year. Video games and consoles. I'm not a real big gaming person, but you'll see all kinds of games. The most popular consoles out there, like a PS2, those are going to be hard to find just because of the chip shortage and things like that. But if you are looking to get it, do your research, check around, and if you see one, jump on it and buy it. Cameras, even though you have a camera in your smartphone nowadays, and people are getting better and better at taking photos, the next step up from your phone camera is to buy a digital camera, a higher-end digital camera, or a good point-and-shoot camera, or a GoPro if you've got kids and want to take more videos, adventure-type videos. Okay, let's look at a few items here. This is from the PC Magazine. They have some must-have tech gifts under $50. And we'll start out with this is the Wise camera. We've talked a little bit about this before. I personally have a number of these cameras. They start at like $29, and you can get notified. You can use them on your outdoors. You can use them indoors. Very nice deal there. Also from Wise. So Wise is a company that started as a Kickstarter campaign to create a inexpensive camera that connected to the internet, smart camera there. Since that time, which was, I don't know what it was, 4 years ago, they've expanded, and I think now they have probably 20 or 30 products. Surprisingly, in the PC magazine, I think I'm going to be listing 5 of their products here because they are very popular. They are very inexpensive for most of their things, and the quality is very good there. So this is an example. If you don't want to spend $100, $200, $300 for Apple, here's some affordable wireless earbuds here for $43.99. Wise also makes some accent lighting that you can add around your desk, in your house, various places in the kitchen or that. So this is an example of smart lighting. Not my cup of tea, but that could be what you want. Here's a scale. So this is for checking your weight and tracking it. It's a smart scale, so it records the weight and that on the app on your phone. Wise also has floor lamps. So in addition to light bulbs and things like that, they have smart floor lamps that you can buy. Here's some from Amazon here. I mentioned earlier the Amazon Fire tablets. So this is the Amazon Fire 7-inch tablet, and usually you can find this on sale around this time of year for under $50, between $40 and $50. So it's a 7-inch, which makes it bigger than a smartphone, not real big. So, but that may be all you need, depending on what you're doing. Amazon also came out with, I think a little over a year ago, they came out with the Amazon Echo wall clock. So if you have other Amazon products in your house and want to add something to the kitchen or that, here's an example of adding an analog wall clock that has Amazon capabilities built into it. So you can ask it questions and get responses and things like that. $29. Amazon has come out with its new versions of the Dot. This is the 4th generation, and it looks like the orb there, the white orb there. So those are popular. Amazon also has, if you're into streaming TV, they have the Amazon Fire TV stick. This is a 4K version. This sells for right now $24. So, and that does support voice. So you can do voice searches. So if you've got an older TV that doesn't have voice searches, if you have an Amazon Prime account, this may be a very nice upgrade to put on your TV. Here's another item that came out this year. This is the Apple Tracker. So this is similar, if you're familiar with Tile, that you can put on various objects, and if you misplace them or lose it, you can find it very easily using an app. These are the Apple version of that. So you can put it on phones, you can put it on different things, and that. This is an alternative to this is the original, the Tile. The Tile is the square device there that's been around for a number of years that you can put on, again, a number of things there to keep track of it if it gets lost or misplaced. Personally, myself, I use the Tile for my mother. She had Alzheimer's, and she'd hide her purse. And even though they were in a 2-bedroom apartment, it was very difficult to find her purse because she would do a very good job of hiding it. And then she'd get all anxious, where's my purse, where's my purse? And we'd have to spend all this time trying to find it. Well, I put a Tile on it, and whenever she did hide it or that, we were able to find it literally in under a minute there. If you're into doing video chats or creating a podcast or just want better audio in general, there's some very good microphones out there. This is a microphone that comes highly recommended, costs you about $50 and improves the quality probably 10 times what your microphone that you have in your laptop or your phone, the capabilities. Waterproof speakers, mentioned earlier, speakers are very popular, so a Bluetooth speaker, the speaker in your phone or tablet really aren't meant to fill a room or to give very high quality. These speakers can do a lot there. This is an example, like for kids, here's a headphone here that's high quality and yet a low price. This is an example here of a water sensor. So if you started putting smart devices in your house, this is something that you may consider. It's a device that you'd put either, in this case, this is showing it behind a toilet, but could be down by your water heater or other spots in the house that you're worried about if a pipe broke and started flooding. You want to catch it as soon as possible, and that's what these devices are for, is they would notify you if there's any water leak. Fitness trackers, again, there's lots of trackers out there, all kinds of price ranges. Battery pack, if you're finding yourself wishing you had more battery, or you're using your phone more to watch video and it's running out of battery, buying a bigger battery pack or that, excuse me, can give you a good solution there. Wireless on-the-ear headphones, again, you can, wide range of prices for the wireless earphones, headphones, devices out there. So it's up to you to figure out which one gives you the best bang for the buck in terms of money and performance there. Another pair of wireless earbuds there. Some of them are noise canceling, so that if that's something that you want, that's check around for that. Or here's a noise canceling ones here, and you can see this is $79. So again, depending on what you're looking to spend, you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars. You can spend less than $100 and get good quality out there. Here's an example. This is one of the few times, I think in the last years, that I've ever seen software listed in this list. And this is the Corel Video Studio Ultimate. So if you have taken a lot of videos over the years and are now have some time where you can maybe go through and edit and put them together and put some titles and change background or maybe add narration, buying a package that offers you a few more features than what you find in free versions can be well worth your time there. Front doorbells, you've probably all heard of the Ring doorbells. Well, this is an example of a doorbell here that is got quite a bit of features at a relatively low price there. So there are a number of doorbells out there. Wise even makes doorbells, and again, Ring has them. Ring, if you are looking at a doorbell, the things to compare is what kind of capabilities do you want or need, and that includes does it have artificial intelligence to tell you when people come up to the door as opposed to a leaf blowing up to the door or a squirrel going up to the door? Does it record the motion, the full motion? Does it only record it for a certain number of seconds? how much does that cost per month, things like that when you're comparing plans and options. Mentioned earlier the Amazon Fire Stick. Amazon, if you have Amazon Prime, is probably the way to go. But if you don't have Amazon Prime, probably the best streaming stick, if you don't have it built into your smart TV, would be the Roku. Roku is one of the most popular there, and you can find this on sale for as low as $29 for the new capability there. This I got to chuckle over. If you've got money to throw away, that might be fun to play with. This is the Amazon Astro. So this is their little robot. It sits maybe, I don't know what it is, 15, 18 inches tall. Will roll around your house. You can ask it questions. You can tell it to do things. Costs about $1,000, so it's a little pricey and doesn't have a whole lot of functionality, but kind of cute. This I got a kick out of. This came out actually last year before Christmas time, and I mentioned it last year, but I haven't heard too many people that have bought it. This is the Amazon Flying Security Camera. So this is a camera that you'd put inside your house, and it docks itself to the docking port there. And if you were at work, let's say, and you wanted to see where your dog was within the house, you could fly this little drone around your house from room to room, and it has a camera built into it where you could see where the dog was or if anything was going on at home. And then after you're done, you can press a button and you can have it return to its docking station. So it's an indoor drone to let you monitor your house there. It sells, the list price is $250 there. I mentioned the Amazon Echo Show 5. I've demoed this before, and like I say, I just bought a bunch of these for my parents and for other people. So it is a nice little device. It does have a camera and video there. I can connect it to my Wise cameras, so I can watch my cameras there. Also, the Amazon has an option in there. My father is still alive, where he can say, Alexa, call for help, and it can be used to call me and text me that he needs help, and then I can drop in on him on any time that I want and take a look there and see what's going on in his apartment. So very nice option, especially for elderly, but all the features and functions with the display and at the low price. I mentioned I paid the $34.99. Where can you get a screen and everything for $34.99? Amazon also makes Echo Show 8. If you have more room, the price of the 8 usually starts at about $120. So considerably more money, takes up more space. But if the person, let's say, doesn't have a tablet or that, this may be a nice option there. This I just put in a link. This is a link to PC Magazine, and we'll do a quick check here. So this they're updating every day, and this has savings for this year out here, and it's broken it down into different categories. So here's an example: best pre-Black Friday deals at Amazon. So these are Amazon deals that you can get, and you can just click on it. You can go right to it and buy it if you want. Here's the best Black Friday laptop deals, and they have quite a range there of different laptops there. Desktop deals, TV deals, robot vacuum deals, AirPod deals. So they go into a variety of deals there, but you can check that out, and that's the link that I put out there. So let's go back here, and maybe what I'll do is I will stop sharing. Where is my sharing? Okay, and I'll turn back on my video. We'll take a look at the chat first here and see if there's any questions, or if anyone has any question, you can turn on your video and turn on your audio, and you can ask a question there. Let's go back up to the top here. We'll see.
Don't go too far.
Oh, that's right. I forget there that this has it from past meetings.
There's only about 5 or so.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Okay.
So how did the skate skiing going, I should say? That's a question for Odd.
What was that? I guess I didn't. Odd was skiing there. Let's see, where are we here? I was thinking it was. Here we go. Bought an Apple wireless earbuds at Walmart for $99. If you see items, don't hesitate if it's the right price and what you're looking for, because if you do hesitate, whether it's online or in store, frequently a lot of the stores you'll see empty shelves or that for items there. So if you see something that you like, act on it as soon as possible. Okay. And Paula mentioned she bought the Apple iPad 9 for $299, and you know, that's for most people the low-end Apple iPad is a very nice tablet. You get one of the best displays, and the battery life is good, and stuff like that. If price is your biggest concern, there certainly are other options, whether it's the Amazon Fire 8-inch or 10-inch, or there are Samsung tablets and that you can get into the $150 range that will give you about the same performance. Other questions? Here we have Linda. Thanks so much for today's presentation. Hope you have a great Turkey Day. Yes, I hope everybody does there. John mentioned some stores offer gift card deals. For example, Target offers 10% off a gift card you could purchase on certain, let's take a look at items, and that's where on certain days. Also, it's limited to certain items. So frequently you'll see some of the discounts will not pertain to Apple products. So the Apple products, when Target does have a sale, they're giving gift cards, whether it's a $25 or $50 gift card. That's what you'll see there is their discount there. Scott asks, is it okay to purchase an extended warranty on iPads and phones? For most people, I would not recommend buying an extended warranty unless in the past you've had trouble where you've dropped your phone and or dropped your iPads and stuff like that. If you have had trouble in the past, then you might consider buying it. But for most people, the cost of the extended warranty, if you just put that money towards a new iPad, even if you do break it, it's not going to cost you that much money to get a replacement there. Phones are especially because if you do have, let's say, an iPhone, you can replace the screens, or you can get the screens replaced. It does cost between $100 and $200 usually, but that's cheaper than buying a new phone there. Chris mentions if you have a friend or family member who works at Apple, they can order for you with a 15% discount. Student discounts are 10%. 3M discount is 6%. And 3M, the discount code also, in some cases, if they don't have other specials going on, will get you free engraving and some other perk there. But certainly it's a check around, and if you do have access to some of these other discounts or loyalty programs, take advantage of those. Other questions, comments?
Hi, Tom. This is Paula. I just wanted to mention that one of the reasons I quick went out and bought my new Apple iPad 9 Gen tablet was because I like to use it for reading and like apps. And so I didn't need anything too fancy. But for those that live in Washington County, their new little magazine today on page 2 talks about reading using the Libby app, which is an app released by Overdrive, and you just enter your library card number. And I've been using the Washington County Library Card to read my e-materials for about 5 years, and it's just wonderful. So,
No, good tip there. If you haven't investigated it, like Paula said, Libby is the name of the app, and then what you do there is you log in, and if you have a library card, you put in your library card information, and most of the libraries, including I live in St. Paul, the St. Paul Library is associated with it. So I can check out a number of books and magazines. So if you like reading stuff online and stuff like that, you can get, I think the last time I checked out there, National Geographic and some of the other magazines. So you can save yourself quite a bit of money by using an app like Libby. The other thing that Paula was talking about is a tablet, especially the iPad that she's got there, and that I'd recommend to people is the 10-inch tablet, which is a nice size tablet. So it is easier to read than reading off of your phone or a 7-inch tablet or something like that. So that makes it better. If you do a lot of reading, though, what you may want to do, especially books and things like that, you may want to buy a Kindle. The Kindles are a tablet that are made just for reading. And as such, they're easier on the eye. If you take them outside in bright sunlight, they're easy to read. The batteries for a Kindle will, in some cases, last 2 weeks between a charge, so you're not having to charge it up every day. It's, again, not as hard on your eye with that blue light and things like that, and the reading is much easier to do than on a tablet there. So if you do a lot of reading, or you know somebody, your wife or somebody in the family is doing a lot of reading, you can buy them a Kindle there, and they'll love you for it because it is so much better there.
but Tom, when I looked at the Kindle, they called it the Paperwhite, and
Yep.
it seemed pretty small.
You can get different models there of the Kindle, just like tablets and that. They make different sizes, and the size that works best for you, you kind of have to feel it out, because if it's too big, it's going to be, let's say you read in bed. If it's too heavy, you're not going to be comfortable holding it. So you can get them as small as you want or as large as you want there.
And you can increase the size of the text on them too, so.
Yeah.
whatever,
So
or
so
decrease it.
if you're having trouble reading there, increase the size, and the readability compared to a iPad, it is going to be easier to read off of. And so if somebody says to me that I like to read books and things like that, I always recommend a Kindle. If you just occasionally read books and occasionally do things, then the iPad or a tablet is okay there. But if you're said I'm going on vacation and I'm going to be out at the beach, uh, you don't want an iPad. And I had one of my iPads, and I've known other people that have had iPads. Take your iPad out to a beach, and if the sun's out, you run about a 50% chance of breaking the screen of the iPad. The device will overheat and the screen will break. That's what happens to a tablet like that. So the Kindles and stuff like that are much more durable, are made to be out in the sun, easier to read, just a slew of features and functions there. Plus, they don't have to be charged. They'll last maybe 10 times longer doing the same function as a tablet there. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Bonnie says, love Libby. Yeah, so as I had mentioned and Bonnie mentioned, you can get the magazines and you can get books, and I think it gives you by default 2 weeks or so to read, but just like a normal library, you can check things in and out there. You do have to have your library card and that, but you can check out I think I haven't done it, but I think you can get movies and music the same as checking out at the library there too. So take advantage of that. Your your real estate taxes are already paying for these libraries. You might as well take advantage of some of the capabilities there. John mentions on a Samsung phone, on the Samsung Pay app, you can store your membership cards like a library card, and yeah, that can make it easy so that you don't have to carry around a lot of things. Or most of them now have an app too, and the apps themselves, I recommend installing the app. Like I mentioned, I buy from Target. I have the Target Cartwheel app. I have the Walmart app. The apps are going to give you the most features and functions that you have. Plus, if it's a separate app, then you have control over notifications that may pop up, or you can silence them or not have any notifications, or you can control it exactly the way that you want there. Robert Lee mentions, there's COVID tests, $14 at Walmart. Mitch says you can download Libby ebooks to your Kindle and then have Alexa read them to you. So yeah, lots of options there. Mitch mentions our library, New Richmond, allows reading magazines through the Freed app. So yeah, if your county that you're in does not support connecting to the Libby app, by all means go into the library, ask them if they do have any of these apps, or if they have an app that they're associated with, and they'll tell you and guide you through what the capabilities are and what you can do there. Okay, Ed mentions for vaccination info to have your COVID and other vaccination docket connects to your state database and provides it to you on your phone, at least for Minnesota and New Jersey. Other states might have been added. Yeah, there are apps for all 50 states. Different states have chosen to align with different apps. I'm not sure what Wisconsin has, but Minnesota does use the docket. We talked a little bit about this in the Q&A deal. It's an interesting app, and it's a non-secure app, which surprises me because as security conscious as the state and everybody is about HIPAA laws and stuff like that. If I know your name and your birthday, I can go in and register you on my Docket app and see whether you've been vaccinated or not vaccinated. So it doesn't use a password, doesn't use a social security number, doesn't use any other form of verification other than trust me, give me your name and give me your birthday and I'll give you your vaccination information. So I do use it, but and so whether you use it or not, somebody else could be looking up your vaccination information and seeing what you have. And it's not only your COVID, it's if you've had flu shots and things like that. It also has your history of those shots are also out there. Any other questions or comments? Yeah, John mentions there should be a national COVID app, good in any state. John, this goes back to the age-old problem. There should be a national registry for medical information because we have all these disparate systems that don't talk to each other, that are convoluted, that may not be secure, and things like that. And they've been talking about that issue for the last 30 years. So yeah, I would agree with you. I wish there was a better solution. We'll just have to wait. Look at our wonderful MNLARs for our driver's license and things like that. Kind of the problems there. Ed Jacobson, I had to provide the phone number that I had been vaccinated under. Yes. Like Ed mentions, I mentioned the key is the name and the phone number, and if you don't get the name exactly as you were registered under, so as myself, I sometimes go by Tom, sometimes go by Thomas, sometimes it's my middle initial, sometimes it's my full name. You have to get the exact way that it was registered with to be able to get at the information. But it is essentially public information when you're using a name and a birth date, because for most people I can get their birthday very easily at a number of sites there. Okay, any other questions or comments? Okay. Well, I'll wish you happy shopping. Sorry we didn't have pizza or cookies. I always used to be cautious of the cookies because I couldn't usually tell the difference between the raisin and the chocolate chip. So without cookies, I don't have to worry about that. But hopefully some of the tips, you can use those to go out and shop and find some things and have a good Black Friday coming up, and happy Thanksgiving there. We'll see.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.
See everybody.
Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yep. Take care.
Thank you.
You're welcome.